Hi Pooja, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm doing great, ma'am. Thank you for asking. How
I
about you?
might have been a couple of seconds late because my internet suddenly stopped working. So I was
So
just.
it happens.
So, Pooja, where are you joining us from?
I am from Delhi,
Okay,
and currently I work as a spoken English trainer at Ocean English Academy.
okay,
Talking about my qualification, I hold a bachelor's degree in English literature. Besides, I am also a TEFL and IELTS certified trainer.
okay, perfect. And what made you work or move towards literature, study literature?
I would say it was a coincidence, nothing planned.
Okay,
Since I thought English is something that I'm passionate about, so maybe studying literature I would really enjoy.
okay.
But it wasn't that easy, I would say. It was also tough.
I'll tell you why I asked that question. Go ahead,
Yeah.
complete your answer first.
Yeah, but talking about whether I'm very interested in literature or something like that, no, not really. But yes, I read few dramas like Shakespeare drama or yeah, there were many right authors. But I don't have any specific inclination towards reading. There are many people who enjoy reading,
Right.
so I'm not that fond of reading. However, I enjoy listening. So
Okay.
I have good listening skills, and that's what played a very crucial role in improving my fluency.
Okay, okay. So
Yes.
why I asked that question was because firstly I saw my sister. Okay, so she is an MA English, and when she started pursuing the course, she was very clear in her head that she wanted to pursue something which enhances her language skills, the English
Yes.
language, right? And I have seen the syllabus very closely because she used to complete the assignments and keep writing about some or the other essay or briefing of a character, etc., etc. And I used to like, is this something that you really wanted to do? And she's like, no, I'm stuck now. Because that has nothing to do with enhancing your prowess over the language. It just
Exactly.
tells you more about literature, and most of the literature is not even that interesting because it's a
Exactly.
culmination of various national literature, right? It is not
Yes.
just about Indian literature, it's European literature and the other part, the
We are
German
studying literature from the Elizabeth age, Victorian age, so which
right?
makes no sense.
And I particularly remember this one. I don't know whether it was a poem or was it the prose, but it had these were nada nada nada. Okay, and she read the entire thing. So it was like how you go ahead and speak or declare that whatever is written in the Bible is wrong. Okay, that is what the author or the poet, depending upon what it exactly was, because I don't remember. And I was helping her make the notes because I was reading it out to her and she was typing. I'm like, what is this nada nada? Half of the prose was about nada nada nada. I'm like, and I particularly remember asking her, do you think this is ever going to help you? And she said, no, of course not. So,
Yeah,
and
that's
after
why I'm saying.
a lot of learners also who said that we love literature, but we had no inclination towards learning literature. It just happened in a way. Okay,
So I decided not to pursue masters in
great,
literature.
great, great. And I'll tell
Yeah,
you a fun fact: my sister's name is Pooja. So
what a coincidence.
yes, it is.
Both are stuck at the same thing.
Yes, but now she has finally made up her mind that she doesn't want to pursue her career in this field. So she has switched into corporate and she's working in Dubai now. So yeah, I think she is out of the woods.
Yeah, yes,
Uh,
totally.
So, Pooja, I'll quickly introduce myself and then we'll continue with the session. Okay. So,
Sure.
I'm Ashi and I completed my MBA in HR in the year 2010. And after that, I worked in the corporate for 6 years. And I have a total of over 10 years of experience in teaching and training over various platforms, both offline and online. Right. So, that is a little bit about me. Tell me something about the training that you are providing in the Ocean Institute.
So I teach at this online platform known
Oh,
by Ocean English Academy. There's a
okay.
YouTube channel. So
Hmm.
I am one of the employee there. Okay. And yeah, I mostly teach beginner or intermediate level students.
Okay.
I'm working from home, so I just have to like take online session. And earlier I have taken group batches as well, but currently I'm just taking one-on-one session because that is more convenient for me.
Okay.
And yeah, so yeah, I think just taking session, helping them to practice speaking. Sometimes they need help with the grammar, sometimes to build vocabulary. So this is what we have to cover in our 1 hour of session.
And it's a one-on-one session.
It's one-on-one, yes.
So, you are at a great place to help a little bit, when you do a comparison about how you feel, because you have been on both the sides of the table, or I may say the screen, both the sides of the screen.
Yes, yes.
So, how
I
easy to compare?
if I had to compare, I think there I feel more confident because I'm the boss, right?
Okay.
I'm the one who is going to give the feedback and who's going to correct the mistakes. But I would say there's no progress there. And I'm that person who is so ambitious, who always consider myself as a lifelong learner. So that's the reason why I'm here. I feel like there is a need for improvement. Maybe I should try to level up my vocabulary or polish my speaking skills a bit. So that's what made me join this platform. I always seek improvement because I feel that as a teacher, if you focus on your improvement, you will be able to provide better training to your students as well.
Only then will you be able to provide better training,
Yes,
is how I would put it.
right.
And like it is said, I don't know who said it, but I know it is said that if you are in a room where you are the smartest, then you might as well change the room, because
Totally.
that is not how it is supposed to be.
Yes, ma'am. That's totally right. So some
Okay.
people feel very confident. Okay, I have reached this level. There's no need for improvement. I'm so perfect. So I don't want to think that about me, no matter which stage I reach. But I always feel like there's more to improve. There's more to, we should always try to become a better version of ourselves. So
Right. Right. So,
that what makes me happy.
okay, and that is what drives you.
Yeah, it totally drives me. Right.
So, tell me about your future plan then, considering that you may, in the next couple of years, may not be satisfied with what you're doing, right? Like you said, that there is a level of stagnance where you feel there is not enough push, right? So,
Yes.
where do you see yourself then? If things work out exactly how you want or how you have planned them, where will you see yourself in a couple of years?
I think currently I'm also focusing on content creation a little bit. I have a YouTube channel where I post conversational videos because I think teaching on YouTube is even better idea than just teaching to a few students, right? So maybe that is what something I will try to take up in future. But currently I'm just trying to focus on my improvement because that is how I will be able to teach in a better way because there's a lot of competition on YouTube. There
Right.
we have some of the best trainers there. So in order to be recognized on YouTube, I have to improve a lot. So content creation is something that I will take up, or I might join platform like this, EnglishYaari, and become a trainer and start helping out students, because also I enjoy talking and interacting with people, right?
I think that
So
is
I don't.
one of the most common reasons, when why people like us come on the platform, because I think it comes to us naturally that we can connect quickly and we can find common grounds to discuss.
Yes, yes. I think you have the best job, just talking to people and just helping them to improve. So it doesn't feel like you're teaching; it's like you're just talking to them, right?
Correct,
So
correct.
it's like a
As
win-win
opposed
situation.
to when you have to teach specific topics or technicalities, I think that is where you need to be a little bit more stern. You need to have better lesson plans. I think that is what you will be following currently.
Yeah, in my classes, I have to come very prepared, like what I'm going to cover today. So mostly, ma'am, I focus on the grammar part because all the students who come to me, they are either beginner or intermediate level. They don't know tenses, they don't know prepositions, conjunctions, modal verbs. So these topics need to be clear. So I spent like half an hour to teach the grammar part, and then they say, "Ma'am, make us practice this particular topic." So I give them exercises, and then they solve it, and I'm just sitting there
Okay.
if they're doing
But
it
then,
correctly.
come to think of it, Pooja, I mean, if you don't give exercises and if they're not sitting and doing their work, I think just passing 1 hour is going to be pretty difficult. Don't you think
It
so?
is. It is. 1 hour passes in a very. I mean,
It
it
takes
looks a
time
lot. Yeah,
because I
and
have taken sessions for an hour, and I think it's easier when you're doing it offline than when you're doing online.
mhm. Because I'm in an offline batch, you have more students, so
I
they
was
are.
taking one on one on the offline also. But there are these
Oh.
small little things. For example, if you just take a pause for 5 to 10 seconds and you just look at the notes, or you just tend to deviate from the conversation a little bit and you pick up something, keep that. So you don't realize that it's been an hour. But here, because you're constantly staring at each other and you don't look here or there, and you are constantly trying to keep busy the other person also and yourself, I think that adds on to the pressure. Online that happens. Offline, I'll tell you, it's much better. When
Yeah,
you're
maybe.
sitting in hour.
I have less experience teaching offline. Before I started online teaching, I used to teach offline. It was a group batch, and they were little kids who used to come. So I
Okay.
did enjoy it. I didn't realize how easily like 1 or 2 hours would pass. But in online setting, I'm telling you, I'm quite fed up. And I'm
Okay.
thinking to escape from the situation. I'm trying to explore some better opportunities.
Right.
So for that, I need to level up because if I'm stuck at this level, there's hardly any company that would, select me.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
not get hired. So I think it is because I take 3 to 4 sessions in a day, sometimes even five. So just imagine 5 hours we are just teaching one-on-one students, and what we are doing, not talking.
Sometimes I think the topics might be repeated in a day.
Yes,
For
sometimes all the
example,
students are just learning one the same grammar topic or the same
right, right.
conversation.
And then you have to repeat yourself maybe multiple times. And
Yes, and with
because
the same energy and passion.
when I used to teach grade 11th and 12th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. So what happened was in a day. So I was taking both literature as well as grammar. Okay. So when it came to literature, mostly I used to start different topics in different classes. Because imagine having one phase or having one period of a week where every class you're going and teaching Shakespeare. And that I did that for the first 1 year, and I went mad, I went insane, because it used to take a toll. And like you rightly said, you are constantly speaking and you're speaking the same thing. After a point, I
Hmm.
realized that I have started mugging up,
Yes, yes.
and it becomes monotonous, absolutely monotonous. So then what I did was I started different topics in different classes. So at least I wouldn't repeat myself 10 times in a day. I can go ahead and do something different. But of course, there are a lot of parameters that you have to follow, and there are other teachers teaching. So you need everybody to be on the same page so that there are no disagreements. So those things you can do easily when you have an understanding environment and a group of workers. Otherwise, you are like the target. This one always has a problem. This one always does things differently. So we have to face all of that. Okay.
Yeah.
So if Pooja, you are given a perfect environment for teaching, what will it look like?
Quite similar to English Yari,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Because the time duration is not much. So we are not going to get bored just talking to the same person, right? And you might be having conversation with different background, I mean learners of diverse backgrounds. Sometimes they can be homemakers, sometimes they can be IT professionals, sometimes they are students. So it's quite I think enjoyable job. Okay. And also we don't have strict lesson plan to follow. We can customize a lesson plan according to the students need. So we trainers should be given some freedom to choose their lesson plan, right, according to the students requirement.
Right.
Mm,
I think that makes sense.
mm, yes.
You cannot teach the same thing to various learners if they are at various stages. They will need their own set of items, their own set of lessons to be covered. I mean, if
Yes.
somebody is starting from a point where even normal English or basic sentence formation is missing, that's an A1 level, you can't just go ahead and start teaching, okay, let's study about tenses and let's study about
Yeah.
various forms. That wouldn't make
Students who come to us struggle with different things. Sometimes they're struggling with pronunciation. Okay, so that's the in that case you have to basically work on the pronunciation part, right?
sense.
You have to understand what the requirement is. If they want ki ma'am just have conversation with us, we just want to practice speaking, then you should do that way. If they
Correct.
feel like ma'am I want to level up my vocabulary, so in that case you can just teach some vocabulary.
Right.
So if you understand the requirement, you can prepare a better plan for them.
All right. So, Pooja, if we talk about, like you said, you want to level up your, upscale your conversation or your vocabulary. So, when you speak or when you are teaching, you said you are more comfortable with the students when you are in the position of the tutor. You're more comfortable because it's more like, okay, I have the upper hand here, if I may say so. But do you also come across students or learners whom you feel are at the same level as you?
Yeah,
They,
that's a good question.
so then what is your approach?
Yeah, actually, it rarely happens because the students who join this platform are the ones who are really struggling with speaking basic English, you know.
Oh, okay.
And most of the time, they are homemakers.
Okay.
These days, homemakers are really, I mean, they are quite ambitious in terms of improving their English. They
Very.
have realized it's very important. So it can be homemakers or it can be other working professionals. So I don't have to like challenge myself a lot because they are mostly I mean beginner or
Beginner.
intermediate level. Sometimes they are little upper intermediate, or you can say like they are also speaking quite well. Okay, so in that case I can't let them think okay the trainer is not so good, so I always prepare myself very well before I conduct any
For
session.
their classes. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
And what
And
what do they generally look for?
yeah, they tell me ma'am, I'm good at the technical part, but when it comes to interacting with the colleagues or
Hmm.
talking to the boss, like business English kind of thing, then I always tell them, okay, tell me what do you want me to teach in the next class? Okay, you're the one who is going to tell me, and then I will prepare the topic well,
Hmm.
because being unprepared is the very I have seen the worst case scenario when it happens. So I
Okay.
always try to ask beforehand like what they want to learn in the next class, and then I prepare the topic well. Sometimes they say ma'am I don't use phrasal verbs much in my conversation, so I prepare a good list of phrasal verbs, and I try to teach that in an engaging manner, not just explaining the meaning and making them to say the sentences, not like that. Some fun activity which keeps them engaged in the class.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, sometimes it happens, and initially it was a challenge for me, but over the experience of 2 years in teaching, I have like understood how to deal with that.
Okay.
And
Okay. And from one tutor to the other, has it ever been when you have just played it by the ear? You haven't really delved deep into it.
um, yeah, sometimes that also happens because, as I said, I take 4 to 5 sessions in a day, so it's not possible to prepare. And also, since being a homemaker, I have to manage household chores as well.
Okay.
So managing time becomes difficult. So sometimes I'm just like trying to manage it somehow. But it might reflect on my face for the
Learner.
student that the teacher doesn't know this.
Or what
The teacher
how she
is
wants
lacking
to
confidence.
proceed.
Yeah,
How she wants to move
she's
ahead. I think
she's
it's
just
not
cutting the
about she's
corners.
lacking knowledge, because definitely by the time you start teaching, you have reread all the topics so many times. So it's not like you're lacking the knowledge, but it's just like you
Yes,
probably haven't decided the flow. That
yes, ma'am.
happens
Which
sometimes.
comes with a lot of experience, I would say.
Right.
Right.
Flow comes with a lot of experience. And
Mm.
I still feel, even after, even if people put in decades of training or decades of experience, I think it is important to prepare. You should never be so confident that, now see, I understand when you said, like in situation when you're holding 5 hours and you have to immediately, you may not get the time, but that is a different reason. But when people do it thinking that, oh, I know it, and I can do it. I think that is wrong. Then you are being unfair to your profession. You need to justify the position where you are at. And that means you will always have to be better than what you were the previous day. So
Right, right. A
that
good teacher
is,
is always a good learner first.
yes, yes. And it never stops. It never
True.
stops. Right? Okay.
Does it also happen with you? I would like to know from your experience because you teach at EnglishYaari,
When I,
so you might be getting students of diverse backgrounds. So how do you deal with it?
and I have got people, I have met people who are at par, the spoken language, and but the difference is that there, in them, they always have, I wouldn't say insecurity, but a little bit of self doubt. So that is one place where you can work or help them, guide them. And if it is about feeling a little lost or feeling a little inferior, luckily enough, I have never faced that. Like, not because nobody is better than me, but even if somebody is better than me, it doesn't scare me. It just makes me feel okay. Probably I'm going to be the one learning in this session.
Yes, yes. I come with the same thought process, ma'am. If somebody is better than me or they are tough competition for me, then I should be happy. Okay, I'm going to learn something.
Right.
It will be a lesson.
Because
I will
otherwise,
take in
what
the
will
session.
happen is what you said, that you will feel that you are in the wrong room, you are stagnant. I am the one teaching all the time. I am the one giving them the lessons. I am not receiving anything in return. But when you meet people who are as good as you, like I met you today, so that adds on to my experience. That makes me better than what I am today.
Thank you
Right?
so much, ma'am. It's a compliment for me. But I always feel, you should just be open for feedback, be open for learning.
Definitely.
Believe me.
Very early on, I'll tell you, Pooja, I met a learner who was not accepting, who was not receptive of
Oh,
feedback. And I
okay.
was new. I probably was not that good at handling that situation. I did, however, was possibly that came to my mind, but it really surprised me because I couldn't understand why wouldn't you want to take a feedback? What is so scary about a feedback? At the end of the day, it will make you better, right? No
Of
matter where
course.
you are. So but I understood, thankfully, early on, that there will be people who will not be welcoming your feedback.
Yes, ma'am.
So sometimes when I get that vibe from the learner, I do try to ask it through a question, direct or indirect. How do you generally take criticism?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if by the response I feel, okay, this is not going to work well here, then I try to mold it, I try to bubble wrap it, and I sweeten the blow
Sugar
as
coat
much
kind
as
of
possible.
thing.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
what I do. So you learn
I
every day.
resonate with you. Yes, yes. Of course,
Right.
being a teacher, we experience new things and we learn from it. Yeah, same thing happens with me, and I also understand. Okay, if I'm going to my put my feedback in a very strict manner, he or she might argue with me, and it happens, ma'am. Such cases happen,
Right.
and then they move to the extent that they question my teaching skills. Ki, I'm going to hire another trainer. You know. So yes, not everybody is open for the feedback.
That's
Not
good.
everybody is. Yeah.
Okay, Pooja. So we will quickly wrap up the session. Okay.
Yes.
And let me tell you, the grammar, as we know, has been immaculate. It has been great. Other than one place, I would just want you to change. Instead of saying earlier, I have taken sessions, just remove earlier, because earlier puts it in the past tense.
Yes.
Okay. And then have taken puts it in the present perfect.
Present perfect. Right, right.
So you
Okay.
just say, I have taken sessions. So that adds on to my experience. So if you're using earlier, then just use simple past. Earlier, I took sessions.
Yes, right, right.
Okay. So that's all about the grammar, nothing else. A couple of places where we can work on the vocabulary by including phrases. For example, where I am the one with the upper hand, where I am the tutor, I feel I hold
Yes.
all the cards. Okay.
Okay.
I
Wow,
hold all the
nice.
cards. Or I just feel that I need to push the envelope. I need to go above and beyond. That is,
Okay.
doing more than you are needed to do, because only then you will personally grow.
Okay. Push the envelope.
Push the envelope,
Okay.
right? Or I am looking for greener pastures, I'm looking for better opportunities, I'm looking for greener pastures.
Okay. Greener pastures. Right.
Like, this is not like a hard and fast, it's just like,
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
include it somehow so that you remember it the next time. That's all.
Sure, ma'am. Sounds good. Thank you so much for your wonderful
Okay,
feedback,
Ritika,
ma'am.
it was a
It's lovely
great,
talking to you.
same here, great session.